in my domain. Got the whole crowd screaming out our name. It's a blowout, it's a hurricane. It's over before you know it. We're gonna stand on top with our hands in the sky. Gonna raise our cup to the stadium lights for the glory, for the glory. We celebrate with the city tonight. Hear the hometown cheer, it's the ultimate high for the glory. We do it for the glory.
Magandang hapon mga summoners at maligayang pagbabalik dito sa 2018 LoL Varsity League Spring Playoffs, the finals between UST Teletigers versus De La Salle University Veritas Arcus. Kakagaling lang natin sa Game 1 kung saan UST ang nag-game. Makakabounce ba kaya ang DLSU? Malalaman natin in just a bit. Pero syempre, pakilala muna kabibilang casters niyo for today. Ako si Arctic at syempre kasama ko yun si Chisto.
Yan, syempre, ang ganda ng tanong mo, Arctic, kung makaka-bounce back nga itong DLSU laban sa UST. Still, the defending champions will strike first dito sa best of 5, and let's go ahead and talk about that game real quick dito. Diba, nung early to mid game, sobrang even ng kill score. Every time a team found an opportunity, they will go for an engage, and ultimately, I think in the end, it was just UST that found the picks that they wanted. Nakita mo yung setup na ginagawa nila, yung Trundle pillar into the Yasuo ultimate. Generally, you'd see Yasuo try to ult as many people as they can, but with the Trundle pillar, parang they gotta pick out of the Zoe and then out of the Leah, and then over and over, they just got all these kills on the side of DLSU, and then after those kills, it translated into objectives, and I think that's ultimately what gave them the win.
I'm wondering though, with DLSU heading into this game too, if we'll see a little bit of a wake-up call, because it was a bit slower for them during that game 1. So, of course, nandun din kasi yung question na DLSU has, of course, 2 players that could play the bot role. Of course, si Comte as well as si Mirmo.
I feel like yun yung gusto mong makita dito, Arctic. Yung wake-up call, gigisingin na din si Mirmo, tatawagan nila.
Pakawalan. It's like release the... Kung may release the Kraken, ang DLSU release the Mirmo.
Yung tipong pagka hinaharap mo yung DLSU, parang boss fight dito si Mirmo. Parang gano'n, kapag laro ko yung video game, may final boss, ito na yung si Mirmo, and I do believe he is playing for game 2, so the other test for UST.
Pero, ito, kasi hindi namin napag-usapan ni Vulcan to kanina eh. In terms of predictions, although game 2 na tayo, ano ang prediction mo, Chisto?
It's written on the whiteboard outside the studio. It's 3-2 in favor of UST. UST
a lot of 3-2s actually. Coming in from predictions from our...
Kung pinanood mo yung semifinals, Arctic, lahat ng game, umabot ng game 5. So, ayun nga yung gusto nating asahan dito na umabot to all to 5 games para competitive yung series natin. Pero yun nga, with Mirmo playing though, for this second game, what it does do for the side of UST is kailangan nilang i-rethink yung pick and ban strategy nila kasi Mirmo and Comte have different champion tools. We've seen Mirmo play stuff like the Swain, the Zillion in the bot lane, so that's one thing that UST has to watch out for in terms of what strategy they'll bring into the pick and ban phase.
I'm wondering, because once they released Mirmo, like we've seen released Mirmo talaga eh. I choose you, Mirmo. But
Pokemon na si Mirmo.
Yeah, Pokemon na siya. Ano siya? Siya yung mala legendary Pokemon ng DLSU. Pwede, trump card. Pero yun nga. What I'm wondering kasi, the interesting thing about having both Comte and Mirmo at the same time is nakita naman natin kung anong flexibility na meron sila by having both players. Like, when they fielded Mirmo, yung nakakala mo, yan, malamang mag super hyper carry champion yan. Pero nung semi-finals, nakita naman natin, Mirmo is capable of playing champions like Zillion in the bot lane, which was pretty prevalent for DLSU during one of their games here in the playoffs. So, just goes to show that you don't know what direction DLSU is gonna go once they field Mirmo particularly.
Yeah, as for UST, it looks like they are gonna stick with what roster they had during game 1, so no change-ups there. Hopefully though, syempre nanunood din yung ibang players ng DLSU in the back while the game is ongoing. So maybe makikita nila yung galaw nung UST and maybe to make adaptations, especially dun sa jungle matchup, and I think lalabas lahat yun in this second game. Lahat ng adjustments.
Hopefully. I mean, one thing that I'm thinking, because medyo nagde-debate pa ako these past few weeks. Okay, who am I rooting for? Initially, nag-iisip ako, okay, DLSU 3-2 kasi nandun si Mirmo. And then, I went back to, okay, maybe it's UST 3-2 because they could probably prepare better than DLSU might. But then again, I switched back to DLSU. But wait, no, they have Mirmo though. And then Spring performed, Esper performed. And then I went back to, okay, maybe UST has it a bit more better. Talaga.
Meron akong suggestion sa'yo.
Sige.
Since DLSU yung nagtanggal ng bulso sa playoffs natin,
dapat UST.
dapat UST ka mag-cheer.
Sige. Well, in all fairness, yun naman ang naging final self-verdict ko. UST 3-1. So, everybody's thinking like 3-2. I'm thinking it might just go 4 games. Pero, tingnan natin kung yan ang magiging case as we head into the drafting phase. Once again, it's De La Salle University versus Arcus versus UST, University of Santo Tomas, Tele Tigers.
Yeah, pero syempre, Arctic, the teams will be switching sides here for game 2. So, DLSU na yung may priority when it comes to first pick. Looks like wala pa rin bago sa bans natin though. Nocturne being removed here from Sirius the Swain, removed from the side of DLSU.
Ooh, interesting. Rakan gonna be taken away as well from Crescio here in the bot lane for UST Tele Tigers. Okay itong hashtag na nakita ko sa chat. Hashtag Dilostewin. DLL. Hashtag DLUST.
Siya yung tao na hindi pa decided, Arctic. Kasi game 1 pa rin nakita niya eh.
Si Austral pala to from CSB yesterday. Shout out to CSB. Congrats nga pala on winning LCL ulit. But yeah, we have our third ban coming in from DLSU. Gonna take away Espigil's Yasuo.
Yeah, yan na yung adaptation na gagawin ng DLSU dito. Nakita nila, nerespeto na nila yung kayang gawin ni Espigil on this Yasuo. Pero nakita mo naman yung setup, diba? The Trundle and the Yasuo into those last breath ultimates. But USC seems to want to ban away the Morgana from the blue side, but DLSU gonna steal away the Vladimir here from Cell. I think Cell during game 1, when it came to those mid-game team fights, whenever he got a good flank on the Vladimir, he really popped off during those fights and really carried USC to that win. But Vladimir taken away, the response will be the Trundle on the side of the Tele Tigers.
I wonder what direction UST is gonna go with the Trundle this time around, because what I really liked about game 1 nga is yung subtle use ng pillar para ma-empower tong si Espigil on the Yasuo. But meanwhile, looks like UST gonna be showing some Mundo muscles this time around sa draft nila. No hesitation whatsoever, gonna lock that in.
Yeah, Mundo wasn't available during game 1, will be available now for Cell in the top lane. And speaking about Mundo on patch 8.13 specifically, you don't have the Aatrox available since he was already reworked. So I'm thinking of what DLSU can bring in the top lane to counter this Mundo. Darius might be the pick that they go for. He is the lane counter into Dr. Mundo, but we haven't seen DLSU secure him yet. Irelia and Kindred gonna be the two lock-ins here for DLSU. So Kindred, as a jungler, Arctic, has been rising in popularity due to the recent changes. The healing has been added back to her W, if I recall correctly. So definitely a viable jungler on this current patch.
So, and just by history, I recall Kindred was actually pretty well used yesterday. But wow, Fiddlesticks coming in for UST.
Okay, so UST gonna lock in the Fiddlesticks. I'm assuming si Crescio mag-fiddle. Playing at support bot lane as inatay parati kung ano yung kakapares niya dun sa bot lane. Yung second phase ng banning, targeting Mirmo actually. The Zillion ban is targeted towards an AD carry. Quite comedic right there. Now DLSU will be removing the Lucian once again from his Spiegel, not wanting to give him his signature AD carry.
Zoe as well going to be taken away from Sarah, in which case. So here we are, second rotation of picks here so far. Actually surprised. So taking away that Zillion. Looks like UST has different priorities in the form of Kaisa for Espigo. Wow.
Yeah, and Kaisa, one of the strong AD carries on this current patch. One of the few viable marksmen. So UST will secure that for themselves. I'm thinking what Mirmo might bring in the bot lane. It's a possibility to see Mirmo play the Vladimir bot lane. But malalaman natin once nag-lock in na si Pilio ng what their team needs. Okay. Okay, Alistar being locked in here means that the Karma won't necessarily go bot lane. I'm assuming Mirmo can play Vladimir. He has been playing it a lot on his stream.
Right.
Yeah, he has been playing a lot of Vladimir bot lane. So my assumption right now is Vladimir bot lane for DLSU paired with Pilio's Alistar. As for UST, they're gonna round out their draft with the Lulu. Gonna head into the mid lane. So the mid lane and jungle 2v2 for UST super strong right now, since Trundle and Lulu might win just every matchup against Irelia and Kindred if they do find those skirmishes.
Oh man, both sides, very interesting compositions. Looks like It's actually Irelia that's gonna be going to Mirmo this time around. Gonna allow Karna to take full advantage of that Vladimir. Okay, I'm like wondering.
They can still swap it around.
They're still swapping around still. Okay, so I'm not gonna say it's over till it's over until everything is swapped out.
I mean, I did say my assumption was Mirmo's gonna play Vladimir bot lane, but Vladimir went top during the game. What?
So is it gonna be Karma bot lane?
Okay.
Okay, I think yes, it is gonna be Karma bot lane with an Alistar. Wow, this is an interesting innovation from Virtus Argus, but I think I do recall seeing like a double support like in a game way back internationally.
Yeah, this has been a thing in other regions,
Yes.
specifically LCK, but yeah, it seems like Karna will try to do what Cell did for UST in Game 1 as we hit the rift for Game 2, guys. DLSU on the blue side facing off against UST on the red side.
Yes, here we go into the action. It's going to be the Archers versus the Tigers. Only one can, of course, become our LVL champion. Masasettle to ngayong araw na to. Let's check out where everyone's at. Crescio just sticking around the lone brush in the river para mas-sight if gagawa ng shenanigans itong DLSU. Pero mukhang hindi naman yan ang maging pakay nila. Actually, DLSU playing it a bit more defensively.
I like Mirmo skin Arctic. I like the Conqueror Karma.
Conqueror Karma. Saktong-sakto malapit ng Globe Conquerors Manila, August 18 to 19.
Bili na
kayong
kayong
tickets sa SM ticket outlets nationwide. 300, 500, and 1,000 pesos.
Simpleng plug lang ba, Arctic?
Yes,
Simpleng
simple.
plug ng GCM.
Parang ano nga heavy hearts.
Oh, Cell actually has the best Mundo skin.
Corporate Mundo.
Yeah, I believe he tosses telephones on that one.
Meanwhile, looks like, okay, 4 starts here. Both sides gonna revert to... Okay, Vision actually established by UST here. So, actually gonna get full knowledge of where Esper is gonna be within itong unang minuto ng laro natin.
I think Spiegel might want to go for a W steal. Esper has to be careful. Alam nilang warded tong buff na to, but... Oh my god! That was really close. That was 27 HP when the Kai'Sa W landed, so...
Okay, so may tanong sa chat natin, which is actually a good question because we never got to talk about itong compositions na magkaparehong side. So the question was, panalo ba sa pick itong UST with the draft that they have?
I'm a fan of their draft. Not as much for DLSU because unless both Spring and Esper get rolling, there's really no sources of constant damage from DLSU. And look at the side of UST. If Mundo and Trundle can soak up what damage DLSU can toss out, they're just gonna win the extended fight since they have the Kai'Sa on their side. As we see a level 2 advantage here for UST. Mirmo's gonna die!
Oh, the damage! First blood going to Crescio, throws the bird. Gonna go for a PLU as well, and that's gonna be 2 kills into the bank of UST Teletigers.
Yeah, Mirmo and Pilio did not respect the level 2 coming in for the bot lane of UST. Remember, if you're running double range, they have the advantage in terms of push. The moment they hit level 2, they go aggressive. Not having heal in that bot lane cost DLSU.
Oh man, it's gonna be a Spiegel and Crescio taking full advantage of knowing what summoners DLSU brought to the table para sa bot lane nila. I'm wondering if this is gonna be... If this is gonna spell a problem for DLSU's bot lane in the long run. Kung patuloy silang magkakaroon ng problema dito in terms of Spiegel and Crescio just crushing it constantly versus this Karma Alistar bot lane.
Yan, alam mo Arctic, sobrang ganda ng galaw na ginawa ng UST rin kasi alam nila kung saan nag-start yung Kindred. They didn't hesitate to flash in for those kills because they knew that Esper wouldn't be towards the bot side of the map. Now, they found the Kindred.
Oh, way up in foreign territory. Gonna get slowed down by that pillar.
Oh!
Cell gonna rendezvous with the rest. Sarah, no hesitation whatsoever, goes in Ignite for the kill on to Esper. Pero mukhang hindi pa nagtatapos ang laban dito. Spring gonna go straight in onto Sarah. Sarah, no real escape right here. Gonna try to shield long enough just so that the rest of UST can converge on the members of DLSU. Looks like they're gonna contend for Spring. Spring goes down in what ends in a 1-for-2. Pero mukhang di pa rin sila tapos dito. Papabagalin nila si Karna. Karna goes for a Sanguine Pool. Will it be enough to make the escape? Though Sirius gonna speed himself up. Patuloy pa rin siyang habulin. And wow, 1-for-3. Pabor sa UST Teletigers.
Yeah, 5-1 in kills already for the UST Teletigers before 5 minutes into this game, Arctic. The aggression from UST side. Di sila nag-hesitate na pasukin dito yung DLSU. Di sila natatakot kahit nilabas na ng Virtus Arcus si Mirmo.
Man, I'm kind of scared here because looking at the composition that DLSU has, if pagpatuloy pa tong build-up ng UST, then there's gonna be less of opportunity for DLSU to get back into this game. Especially since, okay, Esper gonna make a rotation up down here towards bot side, pero mukhang aatras muna si Espiegel tsaka si Crescio dito. Not gonna give in to that.
I think the way that Mirmo and Pilio were walking in lane kind of signaled that Esper towards the bot side kasi walang rason na umabante itong Karma at Alistar laban sa Fiddlesticks and Kaisa unless someone was coming in for a roam or a gank. So smart read right there by Spiegel and Crescio.
One thing I'm kind of struggling with here for DLSU, just like right off the bat as early as drafting phase, is, I mean, we've been talking about how Mirmo's kind of pseudo-ace for De La Salle University, but by putting him on a Karma, you it's very anti to what advantage you could have gotten out of fielding Mirmo particularly. So hopefully this doesn't really translate in the game, but so far from what I'm seeing here, 1 in 5. UST already starting to build up. Okay, speaking of, Esper gonna try to get a few hits, but UST ready to go for the counter, in which case Esper gets it. Bill gonna try to keep the members of UST at bay. Alistar looks like might be the sacrifice here, in which case Sirius actually just continues to go for Esper. Sarah getting the kill onto that Alistar. Can UST go for more? Mukhang hindi muna, pero another kill na mapupunta sa UST Teletigers.
Yung nagtataka kung ano yung iniisip ng DLSU. They just walk up onto UST. Really do nothing to challenge, nothing to fight for. Just basically walk up and die. Questionable decisions being made by DLSU in this early game.
Well, Crescio lingering here in the brush, actually spotted off by Eduardo, so won't be able to do much here, in which case. But man, this is looking to be quite a build-up so far for the Teletigers. Just constant pressure, even with DLSU grouped up earlier. It was still a fight that UST was able to take. Technically, numbers were in their favor as well, so far so good.
Yeah, and the question now, Arctic, is where does DLSU find the answer? All of their lanes are currently behind. Even Cell in the top lane is comfortably pushing back Karna's Vladimir. So, no openings being shown right now for UST. You have to wonder kung saan nga hanapin ng DLSU fight na kailangan nila.
Spiegel teleporting back to lane, not wanting to miss out on anything. But look at that, just pushing out Pilio, not even giving a care in the world, knowing that they could easily just push the damage onto the bot lane of DLSU, in which case,
you know, Pilio might be forced to recall. Not much value in sticking around that lane. So one thing I want to see Pilio do on this Alistar is actually try to roam around the map and help both Spring and Esperer find kills, because Mirmo on his own can just stall the bot lane and wave clear as this Karma. So as the Alistar, you might find more value roaming around the map rather than sticking in lane.
Sometime soon, Esper is really gonna need to get some work here to influence, to at least help influence the lanes of De La Salle University. Pero meanwhile, it might seem that he's caught between a rock and a hard place. Take note, down pa rin tong flashing Esper. Just gonna jump over that wall though, so looks like he will be A-okay, but at the cost of taking a lot of health. Espiegel gonna try to give chase. Mirmo gonna make sure that he stops him though. Goes straight in onto the Karma. Espiegel taking quite a bit of damage. Ignite is sticking. Patuloy pa rin siyang haabulin ni Pilio, pero that won't be the case. Pilio might wanna try to back away here. Health is sticking. Just a few more hits. Looks like he will survive to tell the tale. Luckily, dahil sa shield ni Mirmo. But at what cost? UST, they can go for a dragon here. Looks like they will just back away for now though. Health bars are pretty low, so understandable.
Yeah, very close margins for both teams. You'd think that Spiegel might have died after Pilio flashed in, but they ignite. Not enough damage to take down the Kaisa, and good shielding by Mirmo to save his support.
Oh man, but what's tricky here is that we're constantly seeing DLSU in a position where it's less of them getting a leg up onto UST. It's mostly them needing to turn around, at least salvage each other in the midst of UST's aggression.
Yeah, and we're looking at the top lane right now, Arctic. I think the Mundo is a growing issue for DLSU, but we'll spot out Esper. They're trying to answer the Mundo because after those few kills, those few assist gold went over to Cell's Mundo, he's been able to buy a bit of MR here. So Karna really isn't pressuring the Mundo that much, but good move here by UST. They see the Kindred top side. Go for a free dragon.
Yep, easy dragon right there for UST Teletigers. Great read on positioning for De La Salle University, making a transition here towards the mid lane. Series is won't really be getting a gank in on. We'll just retreat instead with Sarah getting a nice push in onto Spring here in the mid lane. Looks like might actually go for it. Sirius gonna make sure Sarah escapes just fine amid Spring trying to go in onto that Lulu.
Yeah, Spring has to be careful when trying to trade against Sarah. Even though he's playing Irelia, it's kind of hard to burst down a Lulu, and there's always that threat of Pressure or Sirius being near the mid lane to help Sarah. But now I think it's Spiegel. Okay, no.
Spiegel's
gonna get engaged.
okay. Yep.
Andun naman si Cresher Arctic, so
Yeah,
if Pilio does dive in, there's always that fear from the Fiddlesticks.
I wonder if you could, in between Pilio trying to get the full combo, if you could perfect a time wherein you land the fear just before Pilio buffers the knockup mid combo.
I don't think you can. I think the fear will register after you
Right.
knock them up with Pulverize. But what he can do is, before the headbutt comes out, use the Q. And then Pilio is just annoyed.
That's gonna be a bit unfortunate if that does happen amidst DLSU trying to go for trades towards that bot side, especially when Esper tries to go for something, because that's something na medyo inaantay ko ngayon from DLSU. Has reached a slower pace though, in all fairness. So it's just UST maintaining this steady lead of 2,000, not going any wider this time around.
Yeah, and USD don't necessarily need to find fights right now. They're pretty happy with the lead that they already have, but looks like they want to snowball.
Yep, slow down onto Spring. Spring tries to get those trade outs. Unfortunately, will go down. Actually expended a flash. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, Spring not using the cleanse there. Nothing to cleanse really from the side of USD, so they're gonna pick off onto the Irelia. Mirmo rotating mid lane to defend, but he's taking so much damage.
Yeah, Pilio getting a 3-man knockup onto the members of UST. Though UST looking to turn, Esper taking a bit of damage, pops the ultimate just so that he lives yet another day. Teleport has come in from Karna to join the fight, but this is full 5 members of UST going straight in onto him. Cell not giving a care in the world, goes for the tower dive, pulled off the rest of the LC. Karna getting the kill onto Crusher. UST might have overextended their boundaries here. That's going to be Cell going down. Karna still giving chase. Note Espiegel very, very low on mana here. Sirius tries to slow him down with the pillar. Actually, Sarah coming in from the backline slows down Pilio. As Pilio looks like he's gonna walk off going under turret. They're trying to go for Pilio here. DLSU realizing that they need to turn in case they try to get that Alistar. Won't be the case though. No further casualties from the side of UST.
Okay, UST, they overextended a bit. They're trying to go for the fight, but Karna does a good job of salvaging that mess coming from the side of DLSU. He was able to get access towards the backline, which is what you want to do on the Vladimir. They pick up a few kills for themselves. At least DLSU were able to fight back.
Oh man, and with that fight right there, in all fairness though, helps reduce the gold lead by just a bit, but just a teeny tiny bit for DLSU. They were able to find a fight at least wherein they kind of went head-to-head, in which case, thanks to Karna.
But you have to look back at it, Ark. That wasn't DLSU making the move to take something away from UST. It was UST running straight at them and them mounting a counterattack. We haven't seen DLSU go for a proactive move this entire game. It's mostly been the Teletigers dictating where they want to fight and when they want to fight.
True, and at the end of the day, it's still a bit of a tall order to go for DLSU. Everyone pretty much on UST definitely in a better, almost in a better position than the counterparts, probably with the exception of Cell, but doesn't really matter as much right now. It does seem that Karna has a gold lead up on this Mundo this time around, but the thing is,
It's just 400 gold.
yeah, just 400 gold, but even within this laning phase, not really much that Cell is suffering as a result of though.
Cell already has Spirit Visage completed, so Vladimir really won't deal any damage, any real damage to him. They'll just be healing off of each other for this entire laning phase.
While Esper is lingering up towards this top side, will they try to go for? So it looks like just trying to find a few camps to take away from the side of UST. Still making his way back here. They will get spotted out by both Pressure and Sirius here. UST gonna go straight for that Alistar, in which case gets the knockup, tries to pull in his Spiegel back, but manages to get away in the nick of time. Sarah coming in from the backline. This UST gonna try to push for a tower dive. Pressure goes straight in for it and gonna get Mirmo as well. Double kill for the Fiddlesticks. And unfortunately, a Spiegel goes down in the process though. but still 2 for 1. Not to mention a turret will be taken by UST. Take note of the push happening towards mid lane as well though.
Yeah, slight misplay there by UST since the Spiegel went down to the tower. Not the proper juggling of turret aggro. Still though, a great move in the bot lane. That's them 2 kills and the tower. The response from DLSU will be the mid lane outer. Sarah is gonna try and poke them down, force them away. Has to be careful though.
These are continuing to give chase here. Here comes Crescio as well, though. Karna is there as well. Ultimate has been popped by Esper. Esper gonna try to jump over that wall. Unfortunately, it won't be the case though. Sarah now on a killing spree. DLSU not able to supplement their fallen jungler.
Yeah, just the mid lane tower and no jungler on the side of Virtus Arcus. It's a free Rift Herald for the Teletigers.
Man, I'm wondering how UST is gonna be utilizing that, in which case DLSU still playing a tad bit from behind here. Gold lead has winded up to 3,000. But in all fairness though, DLSU was able to take a turret off of mid lane. So I'd say it's better than nothing, but they need to try to look for something at least within as the game goes along.
Yeah, you have to wonder, Arctic, why isn't DLSU able to set up anything? It feels like for this game specifically, they just got left in the dust by UST after those early kills. UST never looked back, whereas DLSU never really setting anything up throughout the early game. Now, the map has opened up since the towers have gone down. Let's see, can DLSU find a few picks, try and claw their way back into this game? Because right now, UST seems well and truly in control.
Ooh, meanwhile, looks like DLSU trying to establish vision down here towards bot side. Cell has actually swapped up down here already. So that will give a little bit of room for Karna to farm up until such time a member of UST goes back up towards top side to deal with that otherwise pushing Vladimir.
Yeah, Cloud Drake is available for UST if they want to take it. But mid lane seems to be the target.
Yep, they're going to go straight for Pili. Look at all that damage going on to the Vladimir. Mirma was able to get a nice burst damage there onto UST in exchange, but still looks like UST really intent on clearing out to go for this turret. Esper is there though, so that will make UST think twice, then go for it. Mirma does land a skill shot onto Sarah, goes straight for Mirma. Look at all that damage, but that will beat Spring, going straight into the nick of things. Pressure, moment of stasis for him, goes down to Mirmo though. Sirius needs to back away, very low health right there, and looks like already 1 for 1 so far between both sides. Karna goes for the front line, but the barrage of damage comes in from UST. Esper will be the next to fall, in which case tries to go for Sirius. Gets him before he goes down himself, but at what cost? It does end in a 3 for 2, in a 4 for 2 rather, in favor of UST, and looks like they could go for more. Rift Herald has been popped. What can get off of this?
Yeah, I feel like they can get at least 2 towers, and if they're lucky, 3 in the mid lanes. Only the Alistar up. Spring is up now, but he has to rush here in the mid lane. There's a lot of damage that's gonna go down onto this tower. That thing's gone for sure.
Yeah, and DLSU really starting to luck out here. Helio, the only lone member, nothing much he can do there except for watch his turret go down. Let's check out this replay.
Okay, now Mirmo gets caught here with another great pillar. Viserys forces him to take the long way around, and Spring gets shut down here by the fear from Crescio. The Irelia not able to use her mobility since she was feared. And now with the Irelia, there's no real damage that's gonna come out from DLSU. So I wonder why they decided to go for a re-engage. I think the low health bars on the side of UST baited them in, but still, the 4 for 2 exchange is in favor of UST. Great team fight win.
Not really a fan of DLSU there. I mean, the fact that Pilio wasn't in that fight, they lose in on a lot of potential hold that they could have had on UST. So it's very questionable right there. 5,000 gold difference in favor of the Teletigers right now. And it's only a matter of time. I'm still waiting for that perfect sec from DLSU where they just utilize their full 5-man with the Alistar.
Yeah, and we could wait all we want, Arctic, but the way the game has been going, parang di na darating eh.
Oo nga eh.
Parang aabangan mo, tapos papaasahin ka lang. Di maharap ng DLSU yung engagement because UST have just been controlling the tempo of this game really, really well.
UST making the transition towards that top side. Baron really isn't around just yet, but we are nearing the 20-minute mark, in which case that could be all the more devastating for DLSU if UST manages to take it for themselves. That's something that DLSU needs to take into account of, in which case at least not surrender the Baron amidst quite a tricky start for them these past 18 minutes.
Yeah, and tingin ko isa yun sa magandang topic na hindi pa natin nadaanan dito, Arctic. Yung Baron Secure ng UST. They have the Kaisa to get it off. Hold that thought.
Oh, Kresho goes straight in. Manages to survive, getting the engage onto DLSU. Looks like Karna might be the next casualty here. Spring has already fallen. The rest of DLSU trying to keep the members of UST at May. Double kill for Cell, in which case DLSU goes straight for the Mundo. Cell trying to back away. Looks like one more hit. Down he goes to Esper, in which case DLSU, will this be a fight that they actually win? Might want to turn around. Their ultimate has been caught by Esper, just hitting away onto the members of UST Teletigers. Mirmo and Esper tries to keep their distance though amidst Bilio frontlining, but UST not giving a care right there. Look at the health bars, almost takes down Sirius. Interesting enough, it goes equal 2-2.
Yeah, 2 for 2 trade for DLSU, and this is a good sign of life from the Arctic. If you're a team that's playing from behind and you get an even trade in a team fight, that is a good sign. DLSU were able to kite back. They used a shielding from the Karma to mitigate a lot of the damage. Let's go ahead and look at the replay now. UST goes super aggressive here, trying to dive onto the Vladimir, but they take so much damage from the tower actually because he didn't take it down initially, even though Spring is not here. DLSU actually does a good job of resetting his fight, and I think UST just overreached here. See, Spiegel is not here yet. He was taking down the tower, so there's no real DPS from the side of UST. Just zoning away DLSU with no real damage coming down, and Spiegel has no mana here, really can't do much. Great turnaround by DLSU.
Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate right there. I guess it would make sense for Spiegel to have not necessarily went in with the rest of UST, zoning out the members of DLSU. I mean, just go for the safer route with the turret, although they did go equal 2-2 at the end of the day, so probably not the best case scenario for UST. But of course, like you mentioned, for DLSU, definitely showing signs of life in which case, and that's kind of what I've been looking for time and time again within this game.
Yet I feel like DLSU got lucky there, because if they weren't able to trade those kills or get those kills onto Spiegel's Kaisa, UST have enough tools to take down the Baron. But speaking of tools, Cell has a few that he wants to toss at Karna.
Oh man, meanwhile, looks like Cell continues to give chase to Karna, in which case Karna tries to walk this out, but unfortunately Mundo just goes where he pleases, and he pleases to take down Karna.
Yeah, that's just what Mundo does. Just Mundo things. Karna not even thinking about flashing, because he knows that Cell can just easily run him down.
Pretty much a good and done deal, unfortunately. Meanwhile, UST is getting a push down towards this bot lane. Hideo and Esper trying to hold off here, doing the best he can, Esper, to clear off these waves. It will be enough to force UST to just back away for now. We are seeing a few pings up here towards the flank pick. Still a bit of a way to go. I guess it's just UST backing away for now.
Yeah, and let's go ahead and talk about what I mentioned previously, the Baron Secure on the side of UST. They have the Mundo and the Trundle to tank it. They have the Spiegel's Kaisa to easily shred that objective down. Once UST makes a move towards the Baron, the thing's gonna go down so quickly.
DLSU establishing control over this Baron pit, in which case pretty decent vision that they have, mix of offensive as well as defensive towards this particular side of the river. So looks like we are just, it's a bit of a waiting game so far until such time either side could get a pretty good hefty number of players from the enemy team, transition that maybe into a Baron if the opportunity presents itself.
Yeah, I think the best move now, Arctic, is for US to just head to the Baron. They know that DLSU can't take a team fight against them 5v5 because they are just that ahead now. They are around the area, gonna secure the vision. Gonna take down the control. Okay, they're just gonna go straight for it. This is the move they need to make.
Yep, looks like DLSU starting to close in which case will it go down fast enough, because it looks like Beal already gonna manage to spot out UST. Teleport is already coming in from Cell as the precaution. Bit of fear going onto that Alistar just so that he's gonna get initiated. That will be the Baron going to UST Teletigers. Karna droning out Sarah and Kresho. Look at those very low health bars, but take note of UST hitting away onto the rest of the members of DLSU. Spiegel caught up in the Baron pit, forced to flash away. Look at that burst of damage coming in from Karna. As a result, UST, they're trying to flee to at least preserve this Baron. Sarah and Kresho have already fallen in this fight. Sirius might be the next to fall if he doesn't retreat in the nick of time. Looks like he will, though, in what ends in two members down for UST, but of course with Baron on the Teletigers side.
Yeah, the Teletigers, they secure the Baron, but DLSU are lucky enough to get a few exit kills, deny it from Sarah and Kresho. The way that Kresho died was a bit comedic, did have his hourglass, so DLSU did deny a few barons from the side of UST, but in the end, I think UST can still make good use of his buff.
Well, looks like so. Just keeping sight of the members of DLSU. Take note though, we are seeing a teleport coming in from Espigo to go for a flank. This will ultimately cancel up the escape from DLSU. Karna coming in from the backline. Will he make it though? Ultimate shot by the Kindred, in which case will grant a bit of heal, but not enough to keep themselves alive and kicking against UST in constant pursuit. Pilio might be the next to fall here. Patuloy pa rin hinabol. So look at that speed spring. Not even gonna help out that cow, in which case just gonna allow Pilio left for dead.
Tinanggap na ni Pilio na mamamatay siya rin. Wala na siyang takas. He will just get run down by UST.
Step 1, accepting death right there for the support of DLSU. But this is gonna be big for UST because okay, so luckily enough, DLSU will be online in just a bit, but this will be enough time for UST to get an inhibitor at most.
I think this inhibitor for sure, if nothing Spring can do this situation. He's 1-4-1 on that Irelia, not having the best game. Just gonna watch as the Teletigers secure the first inhibitor of the game. Ngayon, UST can rotate towards the mid lane. It's a very easy push if they do want to. Looks like they're gonna go for the free objective here. The safer route is gonna take another Ocean Drake.
Yep, Ocean Drake once again.
I mean, another Drake
for UST here. In which case, DLSU a bit of a tall order this time around. Dahil nawala na nga sila ng inhibitor dito sa bot side, though that's gonna be a tricky wave that they need to manage amidst UST. A lot of options here. Could potentially go for a split, could just group up, pushing on to top lane, mid lane, whatever they please. Mid lane a little bit more open than top side though.
Yeah, the question now is where does UST decide to push? Because if you're DLSU, you might want to begin thinking about Game 3.
Exactly. I mean, it's a bit tricky until such time DLSU loses out on their Baron, but that's still, UST rather, loses out on their Baron, but that's still a bit of a far way off based on what we are seeing here. Spio just managing the wave up here towards top side. UST a bit scattered right now. Not really gonna push for anything just yet. UST and Pressure are starting to make a siege up here towards top side though. Karna making a retreat, so I think this could easily be a free turret yet again for UST should they take it. Spring is making his way though. So looks like DLSU still gonna fight, still have some fight in them, not gonna give it up so easily. But
okay,
Pilio in the meantime, unfortunately that is the wrong direction, my friend. Just takes a full barrage of damage from UST, and that's pretty much the dead cow right there.
And the moment I saw him just walk up to 5 members of UST, yeah, he's definitely gonna die. Not tanky enough, nothing's...
Ooh. Oh man, that was so unfortunate for DLSU support. And with that, UST gonna be all the more confident in their numbers. 5v4 right now. Take note, Esper is still a bit far off. Still looking to rendezvous with the rest of DLSU. Luckily, DLSU managed to fend off the wave from UST, but for how long exactly?
Yeah, it seems like UST wants to go for another reset before they go for the final push in this game. The Baron has worn off, so that's a good thing for DLSU. At least now, UST can't push as strong, but still, you kind of wonder whether or not DLSU can actually mount a comeback in this game because it's looking like they can.
Oh man, meanwhile, looking up here, DLSU actually pretty good spread right here, making sure that they at least have all those waves pushing in so that it doesn't make it fast enough for UST to push in onto the base of De La Salle University.
I like how he doesn't turn off his W. It's just, he has so much regen that you don't even need to turn it off. It's just permanently on there and he doesn't even take damage.
It's like that extra Sunfire, but meanwhile, looks like we'll get caught off by Helio and Esper. Cell just gonna run it off though. All that movement speed, DLSU clearly not able to catch up, so Cell will be just fine, no problem.
Yeah, there's not enough damage on the side of DLSU. They're down at least 10,000 gold here, so the Mundo is nearing the point of this game where he becomes basically unkillable.
Oh man, this is so unfortunate for De La Salle University. Just restrained to really pushing for a turtle defense. Spring, okay, they have to go back there, just establish this vision, just so that they have a bit of a feel of where DLSU could be if ever they are lingering on the jungle side of De La Salle University. Cell pushing down towards that bot side. Looks like Karna will go down to deal with that Super Minion Wave pushing in along with Cell, in which case. But take note, patuloy pa rin pinipilit ng UST itong top side. Not gonna give DLSU any breathing room this time around amidst this siege.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult for Karna's Vladimir to actually stop Cell on this Mundo, so that's permanent pressure down in the bot lane. One thing they can do is try and burst down one member if they find an engage towards the 4-man squad of UST. If by some miracle they're able to take down either Sarah or Spiegel, that might stop the push from happening, but it's looking highly unlikely considering the things that they have to burn through. The Lulu shield, the Banshee's Veil as well, adding more protection onto Sarah. The options that DLSU have right now are so minimal. UST just not giving them any options.
Ooh, meanwhile, DLSU really not wanting to give up any lack of vision in their jungle side if ever UST tries to go for any surprise.
Yikes.
But oh no, Esper actually needing to pop the ultimate. That is gonna be quite the go signal for UST to just push for a siege, in which case could potentially take full advantage of that.
That's actually a big ultimate burn by UST, so
it's a bit of a way to go.
yeah.
For Esper, I'm wondering how DLSU will hold out. Lucky enough though, based on how USC is positioning, Baron is up right now. So this could be a tad bit unfortunate though, because with Esper's ultimate down, leaves less room for DLSU to make mistakes if ever they try to contest Baron Nashor from UST. Flash has been expended from Spring though. A lot of losses for DLSU lessens their chances of really getting a successful contest on this Baron.
Yeah, I think UST will be happy to just start this up quickly. Sirius could easily tank the Baron on Trundle, so they're waiting for DLSU, one of them, to actually face check because walang info in DLSU. Now they're gonna see UST. They aren't doing Baron yet.
Yes, slows down Pilio. Is Alspar once again going to be the first to go down? Pressure goes straight and not giving a care in the road. Just deals the max damage. Esper tries to go for the backline, but it won't be up alongside Spring. Spring just caught in the heat of things, and that is going to be a cleanup from the side of UST. UST can easily go for a finish, in which case Teleport already coming in from his Spiegel to hammer down and close out on this game. Cell keeping Karna away. Those are very, very heavy death timers coming in from the side of De La Salle University. As that is gonna be turrets going down from the side. Karna just restrained from going for any defense. Ladies and gents, it is match point. Congratulations. Stella Tigers gonna take it in a very convincing fashion against De La Salle University. 2-0 GG. Well played.
Yeah, Arctic, game 1, a lot of questions. Game 2, more convincing from the side of the UST Tele Tigers. Currently 2-0 in this best of 5, meaning it's match point for the defending champions, the kings of the LVL. Looks like they won't be dethroned by DLSU just yet, but the question in my mind headed into game 3, anong gagawin ng DLSU?
Oh man, because I think this
Mirmo's first defeat in the LVL.
That's the thing Like it's 2-0 for UST, not to mention fielding Mirmo.
Yeah.
Losing out still. Pero like another way you can look at it kasi is gaya nga ng sinasabi ko, Mirmo was put on a champion was against the very advantage that DLSU had in the first place. He was able to use the type of champions in the form of Zillion before, but that's a bit of a different story. I mean, with a Karma, there's not really as much you can do. It's not as much of an impact. So hopefully this time around, it's not too much of a detriment to DLSU if they keep that kind of mentality. But I mean, with UST, with all the momentum, not to mention after a very convincing game, medyo kinakabahan na ako para sa DLSU in which case.
Yeah, and I think all the pressure now is on the DLSU because they don't have that many chances, Arctic. They will get one more try in game 3, but UST definitely wanting to close the series out early.
We'll just have to find out if they will do just that. UST Tele Tigers mukhang one step closer, just one win away from defending their crown. Pero for the meantime, quick break muna tayo mga kaibigan, and we might be coming down to the epic conclusion of the LVL Finals. Webinar casters ako si Arctic at syempre kasama ko si Chisto. Itong 2018 Low Varsity League Spring Playoffs, the finals between UST versus DLSU. Stay tuned because it's just getting all the more intense. Go for it. Mirmo does land a skill shot onto Sarah, goes straight for Mirmo. Look at all that damage, but that will beat Spring, going straight into the nick of things. Pressure, moment of stasis for him, goes down to Mirmo though. Sirius needs to back away, very low health right there, and looks like already 1-for-1 so far between both sides. Karna goes for the front line, but the barrage of damage comes in from UST. Esper will be the next to fall, in which case tries to go for Sirius. gets him before he goes down himself, but at what cost? Manages to survive, getting the engage onto DLSU. Looks like Karna might be the next casualty here. Spring has already fallen. The rest of DLSU trying to keep the members of UST at May. Double kill for Cell, in which case DLSU goes straight for the Mundo. Cell trying to back away. Looks like one more hit. Down he goes to Esper, in which case DLSU, will this be a fight that they actually win? Might want to turn around. Their ultimate has been caught by Esper, just hitting away onto the members of UST Teller Tigers. Mirmo and Esper tries to keep their distance though amidst Bilio frontlining, but UST not giving a care right there. Look at the health bars, almost ticks down, almost ticks.
Now they're gonna see UST, they are doing Baron yet.
Yes, slows down Bilio. Is Alspar once again going to be the first to go down? Whoa. Pressure goes straight and not giving a care in the road, just deals the knockdown. Esper tries to go for the backline, but it won't be up alongside Spring. Spring just caught in the heat of things, and that is going to be a cleanup from the side of UST. UST can easily go for a finish, in which case Teleport already coming in from his Spiegel to hammer down and close out on this game. Cell keeping Karna away. Those are very, very heavy death timers coming in from the side of De La Salle University. That is going to be turrets going down from the side. Karna was restrained from going for any defense. Ladies and gents, it is match point. Congratulations. Stella Tigers going to take it in a very convincing fashion against De La Salle University. 2-0 GG. Well played.
The Arctic gave one a lot of questions.